Ooh, that's good. Oh, hello there, friends and family. So glad to see y'all again here on this here beautiful Father's Day. Yeah, and you caught me out in the focus. Of course, it is later in the afternoon, nearly 4:30, and as you can see, we're over at one of our favorite places. You know, back in the day when we could afford it, Jack's. Yeah, it's the flavor of the South. Y'all know all about it, and you know that's where the kitty crew likes to get their fast food Friday chicken fingers. Yeah, we might have to take different measures here going forward, but I was sitting at home, pretty much done all I wanted to do around the place, even though there's always more. And it being Father's Day, I said, hey, there's got to be more, right? And I just got off the phone talking with my son. He gave me a call and we had a nice lengthy talk and everything. Wished me a happy Father's Day. Got off the phone with him and Spooky came up, curled up beside me. He said, you know, Papa, why don't you take a ride? You like taking a ride? And then I felt a little nudge and looked down, and there was little Speedy. She had her little coin purse out, and she had a couple of tattered up old dollar bills, you know, those Georges. And she just sort of tucked them underneath my leg and said, you know, buy half a gallon on me, Papa, and enjoy your day. And you know what? That was so sweet of her and Spooky. So I decided, what the hey? Let's jump into Focus and take a ride. It's been forever. I know, gas is insane. And maybe in the comments below the video, you'll let me know how just insane it is, wherever you are and wherever you may be in this whole wide world. So hey, let's take a ride and see what's out there. If nothing more, it'll be scenic. And if we see something special, we'll stop and check it out. Okay? Well, if y'all are all buckled in, and that, of course, we're gonna back up here. If we can find the right gear. I mean, with so many of y'all in the car, it's hard to do sometimes. You know, at times we got several thousand in the old Focus, and it struggles to tow us all. And currently, according to the Focus weather station, it's 93 degrees. That ain't bad, considering they said it would be 99 today. I'll take them being wrong at 93. But yep, we just stopped in there to Jack's, you know, flavor of the South, one of my favorite places. And Spooky had, you know, told me there was enough money in the budget, you know, to get a chicken dinner for me for Father's Day if I wanted. But I told him, you know what? You know, we can get by. We got plenty of food at the house. And I'm just so appreciative, you know, they cut me a little money to take a ride. Look at there, Shell, $4.73. But I will add, that's actually came down. It was $4.99. Oh, a week or so back, maybe 2 weeks. Overall, gas has come back down a little bit. You see, that's just enough where, you know, it can sort of wet our whistle. We can see it. I mean, it actually came down around here, I would say 30 cents. For some reason, the Focus ain't tracking too good. I don't know why. Might be because there's too many in the car and I can't see well. Well, here at Marathon, it's $4.65, diesel $5.69. Crazy, huh? We're currently heading down 229 southbound. In fact, we're about to ease on off the ridge into the coastal plains below. So hold on, here we go. gonna ease over here and adjust y'all. Plus, there's a person right behind me that's really anxious and wants to get on, even though I'm doing just a tad over the speed limit. Let me adjust you and we'll continue on. Well, I'm not sure if that's better for you or better for me, but we're a little bit more distributed in the focus. So hey, we're gonna let some traffic go by. Yep, it ain't much. Few cars, but as you can see, they're all in a really big hurry. Maybe they're going to take their papas out for dinner in either Montgomery or Auburn, since there's not a whole lot of places to take your daddy, your papa, or your father for Father's Day here in Tallahassee. We got a couple, not many. Yep, we got the cafe there on Gilmer. I think it's called 1220. Yep. We got the coffee place, Coffee Restoration 49. I think they serve food too. I'm thinking, because they're always pretty crowded, so, but could be just coffee. I've never been in there. And pretty much, you know, we got a couple of Mexican places, Chinese place. We got chicken finger place, Louie's, Pizza Hut. And other than fast food, that's pretty much it. We don't even got a barbecue place no more. Nope. And we're gonna ease on off here and get out in the country. Why? Because that's just where I want to be. Yep, just that little bit of city that we went through so I could get us all sweet tea. Yeah, that was all the city I needed today. Now we're gonna head out here on the tar and gravel and see what the real world's like, you know, in the country. It's still nice and green, even though other than that rain showers we had, about a week back that I showed you come through at night. That's been all the rain we've got. We've been hot and we've been dry. But I'm going to tell you what, going right through here, this lowland, which if it had been rainy, is actually a lowland swamp. But I will tell you, we just went through it and it's dry as a bone. There ain't nothing out there. And that's unusual. If there was more of a shoulder on the road, we'd all got out and took a gander at it. You know, it's all populated with those there cypress trees, which I might add, cypress is an extremely valuable wood, very rot resistant. Hence why, you know, back during the late 1800s, early 1900s, they pretty much cut it all down. Now, I should have called Bill Anthony and saw, you know, I could have went up here to the plantation house. That'd been something to do. We can do it another day. He's probably enjoying his Father's Day with his children. And I know many of you, just like me, may be alone today. Well, when I say alone, your kids, you know, live quite a distance away, or they're working, or some other things going on. And there you are. Hopefully you got some furry friends like I do that love you, and that way you're never alone. But in all truth, you're truly never alone. No. If you believe, you know what I mean. Our Father's always with us if we want Him. And then, since you're a part of this community, you're never really alone either. No, you can always hop on the comments below a video and you can just read them, pick one, shoot a message out, and strike up your own conversation. Maybe with me, I'm bad sometimes to not get to them in a timely manner, and I do apologize. Yep. But might be just with somebody else. Ooh, and I'm seeing some things here we need to look at. So hey, why don't we? We can jump out and take a look at them. I think it'd be quite interesting. You know, especially since nowadays people are really worried about food. So hey, hold on. We'll jump all out. We'll take a look at what we got here. I think it's gonna be important. Nothing more. It'll be educational or maybe entertainable. You never know. Yeah, we on the side of the road for sure. There's the old Focus. She's looking a little dusty and dirty. Yeah, we need to wash it. There's so many things we need to do, but I want to stop beside this here farm field. It ain't mine, though I have owned one and many back in the day. And what you're looking at is not corn. No, it's not. It looks similar to corn though, don't it? And I'll show you why it's not corn. We'll head over here, because it's starting to form heads. Yep, I said heads. And we'll go right here. You can see it right here once we get out of the light. Yep, you see it right there? Yeah, this is a grain and it's called milo. Yep. It's used for animal feed. Extremely important. Some people back in the day, you know, those big round things you'd see on farms called silos, yeah, they'd come through once this came out and the grain hardened. Before it all started turning brown, they would run a silage cutter through and make silage out of the whole plant, just like they still do to this day with corn. Maybe they do it with milo too. But yep, this is milo. And this is just one field here in this here crossroads. It's across the street. It's over here. It's over here. And it's here. Of course, there's a pasture over there. So I'm sure somebody's raising this, most likely for animal feed, either to sell the grain or for their own purposes. Who knows? I just thought it was interesting to see it out here. And of course, it's probably only about, I would say less than a third of the field has got heads forming up above yet, but there'll be more, especially if we get a good nice rain. And what's surprising to me is it looks as good as it does. Because when milo, like corn, gets where it's, you know, struggling for moisture and in the heat, the leaves will actually come together just like that. They'll fold to cut down on moisture loss, cut down on surface area of this extremely hot sun, beating down upon the milo and Mr. Tom now. The only thing I can hear is the rustle in the milo, the Focus running, keeping some of y'all cool. We didn't want to come out here and traipse in the field. And there does appear to be a saw humming in the distance. If it wasn't for that saw and the Focus running, it'd be dead quiet, except for the rustling of the milo. You know, it's amazing. There's so much modern noise in our lives. We can no longer hear the sounds of nature most of the time. And boy, that's especially true if you're living in a suburban, urban, or metropolitan area. Yeah. I spent my time in those areas, and in doing so, I knew I needed to come back home to the country. And I may not live in the country anymore. I live on the edge of it. It's close enough for me, because I'm just minutes away in a short walk. And I'm back in the country. As all of y'all have seen. But yeah, this is milo. A feed grain. But now I tell you the truth. Humans can eat it too. Surely they can. Let's all jump on back into focus here, where it's cool. Ooh, and you can tell the big difference you get up here near this here blacktop. Yeah, well, in that field, I'm thinking it was good 5 more degrees cooler, maybe even more. Right by this here blacktop. Ooh, absorbing all that heat, holding on to it. It's scorching. It'll fry you. I bet we could fry an egg on it. Might want to come out here and try that one day. Would be interesting, wouldn't it? So let's jump back in, and you and I get cooled off. We got more riding to do. Well, I'll tell you this, where it's the coolest is right here in the little focus. But I mean, I was amazed, and you know, it's been so long since I've been out in the field, and this was just perfect. We were out there standing in that field, and yeah, it was hot, but it was nothing like when we got up here right beside this asphalt. No, you can definitely tell a marked difference. Maybe that has some contribution to that thing we call climate change, or before it was climate change, it was global warming. Yeah, you remember that? And when that didn't work out always, they made it climate change. We're gonna head her on down. That was New Quarters Road. We just whipped off when I saw those fields of milo. In fact, if you look way out there in the distance, you'll see one of them there silos. And that may be where this is all going. Yep. And I ain't been down New Quarters Road in them ages. Say, let's go see what it's all about. You see, there's another field of milo. It's surrounding us. Hey, and I can see some of them there bovines. You know, the animals that they're putting all the blame on for global warming now. Some, you know, they say they part, and they're killing us all. Yeah, right. Okay. Maybe so. I don't know. I ain't one of them there climatologists. I'm just a little old country engineer. Yep. I saw cows. But they're way back off in there. Yeah, we just rolling by a little field of soybeans there. I saw off to the left. There's a lot of food growing down here in the coastal plains. And if you'll go on Google and just look south of Tallahassee, because south of Tallahassee all the way to Mobile Bay is nothing but the coastal plains. And a lot of farming. I'm seeing soybeans to the left, cotton to the right. Yep, still got cotton growing. You know what's funny about it? We grow the cotton, and I'll give you 3 guesses where we send it to make the clothes. Yeah, we send it to places like China. Oh yeah, look at there, we got corn off there to the left. Yeah, it's already tasseling, and it is showing effects of the heat stress and lack of moisture. Its leaves are starting to curl. Now I got me a big pickup truck behind me, and he may be one of the farmers in this area. Who knows? Or they may be just out for a Sunday drive. And that was one reason I wanted to come out today, whether it's Father's Day or not, was that this is what we used to do back in the day. Not every Sunday, but maybe once a month. Parents, they'd get us all in the car. You know, the 63 Chevy Biscayne, 4-door. And we'd go out for about an hour or so and ride around. And if we had a little bit of extra money, which we rarely ever did, yeah, they'd get us an A&W root beer. No, not the medium or large. Nope, it would just be the small. But we thought we were living the best life possible. We're down here on Taylor Road, and probably most of this farmland belongs to the Taylor family, because they are huge farmers. I don't mean in big people, just big farm. Primarily cotton, which I'm seeing and y'all are seeing on both the left and right side of the highway, which is aptly named Taylor Road. And from what I have followed and know about cotton the last few years, prices are good. Well, I'm thinking prices will really be good this year, considering inflation. And well, I'm hoping they're good, because the input costs to grow it are way on up there. That I am sure of. We got another field of that corn coming up here on the left. Hen rows are looking a little yellowed. Missed out on the fertilizer they did. But the center looks pretty good. But here again, those leaves are curling up, trying to get away from that sun. And I was right. That was probably one of the Taylors right in behind me. And there's some more milo. I mean, we've been going quite a while, and this is just one side of the highway. It's 229 State Highway, where their farm is. There's plenty more over on the other side, all the way to the Tallapoosa River. But this is a big operation. Well, big don't even describe it. Huge is the word. They're fine people, though. I know my kids and their kids all used to get along, went to school together, played ball together, you know, those kind of things. And if you don't think, whether you small farming or you big farming, you don't work for it, then you should try going out and offering your help just for a day or two. Farming ain't no joke, and it's highly technical now. I mean, those tractors got all kinds of computers, satellite navigation. Ooh, they just got it all going on. Yeah, they do. Extremely complicated. Do you know they'll actually drive themselves? Yeah. And be a satellite uplink, they will. And you can watch many farming channels. I mean the real deal. Here on YouTube. Like the Millennial Farmer. Then there's Welker Farms. Larson Farms. Hey, there's even Cole the Corn Star. And so many more. And here in Alabama, you can watch Triple R Farms and see just what they farm and how they go about it here in the deep south of Alabama. Yeah, and they got it going on too. But it ain't no piece of cake lay back and just tell your people what to do. No. Daddy and the sons and the whole pile of family got to get out there and get her going every day. Yeah, just like I used to. Back during the 70s, 80s, on into the mid-90s. And that was my second job, farming. My first job was engineering. Well, it does look like we got a backup down here. Not sure why. Could have been a train. Now I'm thinking, yep, train. It is a beautiful day. I don't know about y'all, but I haven't seen the first sign of a cloud. Yep, and it's nearly 5 now. So there's probably not much hope of rain, if I had to guess. So we're going to take a little left here and head on out into a little bit more country. Actually, y'all been with me down this road before. Not all that long ago. You see, I make circles when I go out for my rides. And it may take a while. And people, often comment, you out there wasting all that gas. Well, the Focus gets really good gas mileage. And secondly, it may seem like we went a long ways when actually we haven't. And here's, just something I'd like to chat about just for a second. Since it's just right here where we can look at it. Because I look at this on my computer all the time. Yep. Gonna park right here. And I'm not talking about that big old tower there. So that's a cell tower. I'm talking about this thing right here. You know what that is? Yep. That's a climate station. Yeah. Part of the Auburn Mesonet. But when I want to know what temperatures are and winds and how much it's rained and everything, yeah, I go online. And I can look at the data from this climate station right here, as well as another one over there at the Auburn Extension service land on up 229. I can look at that one. I can look at the one over at Shorter. Yeah, all around the state. Just thought that was neat. Don't get me started all about, when they started using these type of systems, which NOAA uses too, by the way. Could we have possibly seen a change in temperature? Just saying. Because this is not what we've always used. And you will notice parts of it, for whatever reason, are black. Yeah, black absorbs heat. Temperature is supposed to be recorded in the shade. You will notice there is not a lick of shade anywhere near this thing. And I've showed you my thermometer there beside my driveway in the garden bed I got, south side driveway garden bed. But yeah, it can be 93 or 90 up underneath the cucumber leaves. But out in that bright sunshine, 133. I'm just saying. Do your own research. Have your own beliefs and opinions. I got mine. But yeah, that's why I whipped over. This has always interested me. Just out here in the bright sunshine. Yeah, and if you go do your own research, you'll find out at one time there were these boxes made of wood with open on all 4 sides with louvers, and all the instrumentation for NOAA Weather Service was inside that box. Yeah. Now we don't got them boxes. We have those things. And if you'll look up their locations and find them on Google, or do like I do, get in the Focus, turn on my weather station tracker and go find them, You'll find they're just like that one, sitting out in the blazing sun. Yeah. Excuse the bumpy road. We've been down this road before, both in modern day times, and we've been in it in past times. Not sure how that's all going to turn out today. Yeah, there's still some water in that swamp. But I'm all, you know, physically all alone. I know there's a couple thousand of y'all in the car, but actually you're virtual. So if a gator jumped out of that there swamp and grabbed a hold of me, yeah, it'd be game on. I just got my pocket knife. Well, on me. That don't count what's in the focus, just saying. Oops. I was wanting to see a cornfield. So I was wanting to, you know, jump out with all of y'all and check how the corn's looking. Milo looked pretty good. At least it wasn't curling way on up. But the corn I passed, and up we just runned over a snake. Yes, we did. Well, there's cotton to the right of me. And cotton to the left of me. As you might suspect, in this particular area, there's a lot of cotton going on. Now, I know many of you have been with the channel for any length of time will recognize this house we're coming up on right now. Because, yeah, it was one we visited when we were here back in time. And if you're new to the channel and didn't know, yep, the Focus can be and has been a time machine. Yeah, I gotta get me a new part for my Cuisinart, but it's back ordered. Yeah. And the gravitron flux generator just can't quite get spooled up. Well, I mean it can, but those long hops back in time, it just ain't got the power for it. You know, we can do some small ones, like, you know, in case we were going to have a flat tire or something, or it was going to be an accident, we could just jump back and avoid it. We can do small hops. The large ones, we just can't do. And of course, here we are on one of our famous red clay and natural stone roads. Now, this would be a super highway back in the pioneering days. Ooh, they'd have just been so proud. Well, they found their place. Getting out and opening up their gate, heading on in. Oops. Yeah, I don't know if y'all caught it, but somebody came out here and threw out 2 tires. And I see those tires, and if I was in my truck, which we're not, I would see tire planters. Yeah. I got to get that truck back going. I actually thought about doing it this afternoon, but Spooky talked me out of it. Yep, he said this was Papa's day, and I'd done enough. Yep, pretty bumpy. Woo, hang on, folks. Hey, y'all quit arguing about whose lap who's on. Keep a tight grip on y'all sweet teas back there. Hey, we could be in a buckboard or, you know, one of them there prairie schooners. Hey, look at there. They're in their golf cart. Right there. Got the doggy with them. Yeah. Man, Florida ain't got nothing on us. I know they ride around those golf carts all the time down there in those senior living places. But look at there. We way out here in the backwoods of the country, and they out enjoying the day in their golf cart too. Yeah. Ain't nothing redneck about us. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's some beautiful yellow flowers, which are not the same kind as mine in the yard, all along this highway. When they go to seed, I'm going to come back over here if somebody will remind me, and I'm going to get me some of them. Yep, we've been down this highway before. Because I can see where there was that there fire on the left of me. We just got here in a different way. Yeah, that's one thing as you get older, and some of us, it happens to us earlier than to others. Our memories just ain't the same. Yeah, I went through that with my father. He had Alzheimer's. And, you know, I admit, I have similar problems as well. I don't talk about it much. But, yep, I think they called it, you know, early onset. Sort of like winning the bad lottery. Well, I know we're coming up here to Franklin. Yep, I've seen the police jurisdiction. Yeah, we all been to Franklin. Yeah. Don't blink or you'll miss it. But you'll notice just how crowded, how heavy the traffic is. Yeah, just like last time. Other than the golf cart, we're the only ones out here. Woo! The mimosa trees are blooming too. And they're beautiful. You know, they get those pink, real delicate flowers on them. We're going to head on down here to County Road 17, because if I remember directly, we know where this goes, or at least I think we know where it goes. We could be wrong. Yep, looks like there was a nightclub there, one of them there roadhouses they used to call them. Ooh, I bet that was a happening place back in the day. And it's closed up now. Hey, there's a little sign there that said land for sale. Now, I got all I can take care of. You know, I'd love to have 100 acres, but with it, you got to do something. You got to take care of it. You would think maybe not. Mother Nature's been taking care of it. What does she need you for? Yeah, well, there's all kinds of things. Erosion control. Yeah, cleaning everything up. So, you know, it don't all burn down from forest fire, you know, fire breaks, forest floor litter, you know, all kinds of things. Yep, back when I had a lot of land, I knew about all those things. I cared for my land, because I knew my land cared for me. Whoops, there's a whole bunch of sand there coming out of that folks' driveway. And it says it gets pretty squiggly up there. It's got that there snake on the sign right there. That means hold on. Make sure you're buckled in. Of course, you know, it might look like we being reckless, but we only doing 30. Because it's been a long time since since any grader come down this road. Of course, it's tar and gravel now. It used to be red clay chert. As you can see, it's not very highly populated out here. Or I hope you can see. I may just be talking to a little black box. And I know we're traveling into the sun. There's a little church, church cemetery right there. It's quite quaint. Oh yeah, here's a curve. Woohoo! Man, that sign didn't do that one justice. That was like almost full circle. Yeah, you come speeding on down this road, you would have met your maker right there, Father God. Now that we dropped down here into the deep, dark woods, woo, it's cooled right on off. It's amazing, the temperature change. Whoa. Well, we got a stop sign right there if you want to go that way. That's the CSX rail line right there. Now, I'll be the first to admit, it's been a long time since I've been back off down in here. Yep, a really long time. But I know, can't get too lost. That's the CSX rail line, the oldest rail line in the South, running from Montgomery to Atlanta. Yep, been there even before it was state. So if nothing more, we keep going this way, we'll be able to tell where we're at as soon as we run into Atlanta. Somehow, I think we'll find out where we're going way before we get to Atlanta. Just saying. I mean, the focus, directional compass, yep, says we're traveling northeast. So I don't know. That is in the direction of Atlanta. Of course, there's somebody's water treatment way out here in the middle of nowhere. There's more land for sale. Yeah, got plenty of that free kudzu right across from the Tuskegee water treatment plant. We are, in case you wanted to know. Now, the water treatment plant here for Tuskegee is way away from Tuskegee. Just saying. Sooner or later, I'm going to see some place that jogs my memory and reminds me of where I'm at. You know, I can see now how senior citizens, and you see it all the time online now and TV news and, you know, all of that, where they'll come up missing. They get out walking or they get out driving like we all are right now, and we forget where we're at, where we're going, and how we got there. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure when that thing kicks in, you know. I'm sure you work up to it. And I'm thinking we're not all at that stage of life yet. Are we? Even I'm getting a little antsy now. I'm wanting to see something that resembles, other than the water treatment plant, civilization. Or at least the civilization that I'm familiar with. Because, you know, the focus could jump back and forth, back in time, or back to the present. Yep. Wasn't much road there, and we didn't see that coming. Yep, road's missing in a lot of places here. You've heard people talk about driving on roads that were bone jarring. Well, for those of you that are lucky enough to be in the focus with me, you know, physically, you'll understand that terminology now, bone jarring. Because this road has got some stretches of that, even at going 30 to 40 miles an hour. And I'm seeing a lot of kudzu back here, which means in some future time, that's all this will be. The kudzu will consume it. I wonder what happens when the kudzu totally consumes everything. Does something come along and consume the kudzu? Well, it does seem like we've circled back around to the Franklin town limit. Now, there's a sign of civilization, a stop sign. That means a decision time, as all of y'all know. Yep. Do we go to the left or do we go to the right? You know what? I'm thinking, see right over there, land for sale. I wonder how much it'd be. Wouldn't have to worry about anybody coming and getting you. We're gonna go this way. Not sure if that was right or if that was wrong. You know, we played the game. Some said left, some said right. More said left. So here we go. Well, we got a little under 3/4 tank of gas. Yeah. Now I'm sure this is starting to get your teeth jarring and chattering as well. Yeah, you get way, way, way back here in the country, the roads can get a little bit let us say in disrepair. I think it's that way in most states though. Further back you get, and the less traffic that there is anymore in rural America. I mean, people are starting to come back to rural America, but forever they've been leaving it. Now some are coming back. Now I'm not sure that's a good thing. Who knows? This road here definitely needs some tender love and care. Yep, I'm recognizing where we're coming to now. Woo! Thank you. We're coming out of the darkness into the light. Yep. I recognize this. We've come out of the rural back country. You know. If we was in Australia, they'd call it the Outback. Yeah, that just ain't a restaurant. That's the real deal if you over in Australia. I've only been to Australia once. It's quite a unique place. Rather lovely. We're on State Highway 49 now, or we're about to be. And here again, the popular vote was left. Of course, if y'all wouldn't have chosen left, we were going to take it anyway. Because, as many of you know, this is the way home. And we've been gone a while. And as always, I don't know how much of our little road trip you'll see. I really don't. Till I sit down in the dim light of the evening, fire up my movie editor, you know. Yep. Sit down in my big chair with my little Gracie on one side and of course Lilybet trying to stand on the desk. Yeah, she likes to be up close and personal when she gives her opinion on editing the videos. Yep. Yeah, this used to be a crossroads right here, and somewhere right in around here at one time there was a railroad depot for Franklin. I'm sure it wasn't a lot. Probably wasn't too big. But we're back on that nice, smooth, well-maintained state highway we know as Highway 49. Yeah. And see, it's up to the counties to maintain them county roads. Maybe some of their county commissioners need to, you know, be forced to ride down those roads in the back of a pickup truck. Maybe they'd do a little repair to them. This is a beautiful place off to the right. Of course, that used to be a roadhouse right there. Yep. I don't even think Patrick Swayze could have tamed that one. You know, in that movie Roadhouse. Woo, that thing used to be wicked back there. They'd shoot you in a heartbeat. Now, I never went inside its doors. I just knew of it. Well, let's see. It says we could go to the left to Tallahassee. Of course, we could, and that'd bring us back through the city. Or we can do just like we're going to do. And we're going to head on through, and we're going to come in and stay on this side of the river. Yep. We're northbound and keep them wheels a rolling. We'll be home before you know it in a day. Not sure that song went that way, but it's the way I'm singing it on Father's Day. Hey, it's my video, it's my day, and I can be silly if I want to. That's one of the nice things about having your own YouTube channel. You can do it your way and see who comes along to join you. But it's been a beautiful day. Got a lot done. Gardens are all watered up, all tended to, looking fine. As you saw in the previous video, you know, we did a weekly walkabout, garden update, like we try to do every week. So you can see our small garden plantings as they progress through the season. Yep, pine trees are growing. And here in the future, they'll be harvested and become somebody's homes. Maybe for your grandchildren or theirs. Who knows? Yep, southern yellow pine. There ain't no finer building resource than that. I'm glad I came out for a ride. I'm glad Spooky and Speedy talked me into it. If nothing more, I could see all the mimosa trees in bloom. Because they are not in bloom for all that long before they're gone. Well, y'all throw on your shades. We're heading back into that sun. And it's starting to get low enough in the sky that it's going to come in underneath the visors of the Focus. I've always enjoyed this section of 40. Well, I've enjoyed all of Highway 49. And I've driven it all the way up to its termination point, far up into northeastern Alabama. I wish I could bring y'all along, but that'd be a very long video, and you all probably wouldn't want to make the trip. In fact, you know, I make long videos, and some people like them, some don't. Some ain't got figured out that, you know, you can watch a little bit now, come back and watch a little bit later. Yeah, sort of like a mini-series, you know. But I don't make them for anybody but for me, in all truth. It's my little way of leaving something behind. When the old country engineer, the old man, has faded away. And no matter how we run from it, or we deny it, that will happen one day. Well, we got a little bit across the yellow line there. We were looking at some fine homemade swings there to the left. Of course, there wasn't nothing coming, so there was no fear that, you know, we'd endanger ourselves or you. We did at least look at that. But yeah, somebody's trying to make some extra cash, you know, got them a side hustle, making some of those fine lawn swings. Yeah, you know, sort of look like a porch swing, but if you ain't got a porch swing, you put them out in the yard. It amazes me, with as little rain as we've got and the intense heat that we've had, by driving all around through the countryside today, is to see how green it still all is. I don't know about you, but that has amazed me too. Yep, one day I'm going to go over here and take a look at this hidden lake. But there was one time, a couple years back, when we were going through an extreme drought, I went over. You know, it's got lots for sale. Somebody wanted to subdivide it. Never really took off. I think there's only one or two people living up there, right down that road. There may not even be one anymore. Who knows? Anyway, the lots are pricey, and the lake tends to dry up at times. So hey, that can be an issue. And it was dry those years ago when I looked at it. But then I went and looked a year or so back, once the drought broke, and it was plumb full. Looking nice. And here we are. We're coming to the four-way of 49 and 14. You know, 14's the way home. So, yeah. Whether you want to go straight, right, or what have you, we're going left. Have you noticed today? That's what we made. We made all lefts. Woo! Traffic's heavy today. That was being sarcastic. Nope, not much out. Like I say, hopefully they're all at their homes. Maybe they invited their father over, or maybe they're at their father's home preparing them a fabulous meal, barbecuing, smoking something, building memories. I built mine. That ride did me a lot of good. Maybe it didn't do you any good, but it did me a lot of good. It reaffirmed my faith that everything will be all right. That no matter how hot it gets and how dry it's gotten so far, My Mother Earth is hanging on in there, and she's looking mighty fine still. All we need now is some rain. But in the coming week, we're forecast for, starting Tuesday, 103. It'll be interesting if we see it, because it hasn't been those kind of temperatures since, like I was telling you, back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, you know. So it's not like it's never not happened before. It's just been long time ago. But we do got records to prove it. And I don't know if you saw it, because I was jabberjawing. We drove right by my favorite food store. Locally owned and operated, Superfoods. Where they're always glad you came, and they always know your name. Well, that is if you want to be sociable. Yeah. If you want to be snobby, not go in and chit chat, you know, then maybe they don't. Well, we better back her off a little bit, you know, because we was getting a little bit speedy there. But then I was going to let that truck go on and pull in behind him, but then he backed off. So we'll just get on up here and get on in behind this one. It ain't going to be long now. We're going to be making the turn for the old home place. Woo! I wish I had me nearly $1 million. I'd buy that there. Well, it used to be an old mill, and then it became a country store for a long time. Of course, that was a long time ago. The house is, you know, it probably wouldn't be, the house probably wouldn't be appealing to the younger generation. You ain't got all that fancy stuff in it. But it's got everything in it I'd ever need. I'm just plain. I don't need a house that talks to me or takes care of anything. You know? I don't even use my phone to control my air conditioner. Yep, that might seem crazy, but I don't. And I'm thinking my air conditioner, you know, I just bought 2 new ones, would have been a whole lot cheaper if they weren't, you know, able to be controlled by your phone. Like, that's where we've come to now. First it was remotes, and they come with a remote. Yep, there's gas, $4.65 at the Bolero. I know it's 2 cents cheaper down at Buddy's. They're $4.63. So that's where we're at. And like I said, this was my Father's Day gift from Spooky Speedy, Mr. Gray, Magoo, sometimes Heathcliff, Cleo, Gracie, and Lilybit too. My kids, the furry kids. And here we are. I'm on the home stretch. Yeah, there's a trucker. He's home. Hope he's enjoying his Father's Day too. Yeah, we need our truckers. We need a lot of people. You know, this whole world won't keep turning. Well, it'll keep turning, but we won't be on it turning with it if it ain't for a whole bunch of people doing what they do, doing their jobs, and working together. And here we are, back where it all started, on the old home place. And that was Speedy, laying there in the driveway waiting. There comes Mr. Gray running out of the carport, and I see Spooky. Oh yeah, we've been gone quite a ways, and quite a time. And they're all worried, I'm sure. And hey, 24 minutes, it's food time. So there you have it. Hope y'all enjoyed the ride. I know I did. So y'all, that's about it. The kitty crew's waiting. And it won't be long now till it'll be their food time. And I got to get it prepared because it's Sunday. And as you may know, Sunday is tuna day. So I got to get their kit and caboodle all thrown together with their tuna. Yeah, we mix it up. We surely do. Heavy on the tuna. And they really enjoy it. And plus it's healthy for them. Keeps their coat shiny. Yeah. And surely it does. I do hope you enjoyed the ride and spending time with us today. Just in case you might have been alone on your special day. And hey, until the kitty crew, you know them all. See you on the next video. Take care out there. I mean that. Stay safe. Yeah. Stay cool. However you can. Don't sit in a burning up house. Go find you some coolness. Yeah. And hey, may God bless you as you bless others. Goodbye for now. Hey Spooky, did you miss me? Was you worried? I was gone a while. You would not believe where all we went. It was sort of kind of uneventful. We did see some Milo. Yep, you can see how interested he is. Yeah, well there's my Mr. Gray waiting. And that's my Cleo. Cleo? Cleo, what's with you? Yep, she's being Cleo, as you can see. Okay, Mr. Gray, let me get my tea. Take her on in the house, then I'll come back and get the food bowls. God bless you. Yeah, you're sneezing again. Well, if you'll let me, I can take you on in to see Miss Ann. Okay. Whew. Got our big drink. We'll head her on in. Well, even the birds are welcoming me back home. I think it'll be a good late afternoon on in through the evening. And once we get the kitty crew's food all made up, yeah, I think we'll sit out here with them and watch the time go by. Watch the sun set below the trees and the darkness come. Hey, and then the lightning bugs come out. Remember that? That used to be a thrilling, enjoyable time. Well, y'all, we'll see you on the next one. Later, all.